Buckingham Palace announced the date on which the new sovereign will be crowned and anointed by the Archbishop of Canterbury. A statement read, "Buckingham Palace is pleased to announce that the coronation of His Majesty the King will take place on Saturday 6th of May, 2023. The coronation ceremony will take place at Westminster Abbey, London, and will be conducted by the Archbishop of Canterbury." The statement provided only a few details about the ceremony, and said, "The ceremony will see His Majesty King Charles III crowned alongside the Queen Consort. The coronation will reflect the monarch's role today and look towards the future, while being rooted in long-standing traditions and pageantry. Further details will be announced in due course." The coronation is a religious service which has been taking place at Westminster Abbey for the past 9 centuries. During the ceremony, King Charles will be anointed, blessed and consecrated by the Archbishop, a figure who has been leading this sacred service almost without fail since 1066. The upcoming coronation is expected to include the core elements of the traditional ceremony but to also acknowledge the spirit of modern times. Traditionally, this sacred ceremony takes place a few months after the accession to the throne, to give time to the royal family and the country to mourn the late sovereign as well as to allow for the organization of the coronation. The coronation of Queen Elizabeth II took place 16 months after the death of King George VI. Following today's announcement by Buckingham Palace, King Charles is expected to formally declare the date of the coronation at a meeting of the Privy Council later this year. The day of the coronation of King Charles III will also mark the 4th birthday of one of the new sovereign's grandchildren, Archie Harrison. This announcement comes amid speculation the ceremony could be smaller, shorter and simpler when compared to the one held for late Elizabeth II on June 2, 1953. The late Queen's coronation, the first to be televised in British history, lasted for 3 hours and featured some historic moments, including the young monarch arriving at the Abbey on the gold state coach and Prince Philip kneeling before the Queen to pledge his allegiance. On the other hand, the Mail on Sunday reported claims a new sovereign could ditch some of the most arcane rituals to shorten the time of the ceremony, while retaining some of the pomp and pageant for which Britain is known around the world. The number of people in attendance could also be hugely reduced, the report claimed, and peers no longer required to wear ceremonial robes. The coronation, during which the sovereign normally pledges to become the defender of the faith, will also reportedly aim at representing modern, multi-faith and multicultural Britain. This is an aspect the new king already said is close to his heart when meeting faith leaders at Buckingham Palace on September 16, when he said, "I have always thought of Britain as a community of communities. That has led me to understand that the sovereign has an additional duty, less formally recognized but to be no less diligently discharged. It is the duty to protect the diversity of our country, including by protecting the space for faith itself and its practice through the religions, cultures, traditions and beliefs to which our hearts and minds direct us as individuals. This diversity is not just enshrined in the laws of our country,